And hello. We are here with Michelle Tarantino. She is such an amazing burst of light. We've worked together in many different ways, and she's here to teach us today about conscious breathing. And she's been studying this for a really long time. She's a yoga therapist in training and a holistic coach. And so I'm really just going to hand it over to her. We'll do about a 20-minute-ish breathing session and get some peace vibes and then go about our day. So I'm going to hit it speaker view, and then Michelle, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Laura. Well, the breath. Okay, first off, I want to get us all started by inviting us all to take a few deep breaths together. One of the easiest ways you can settle into a new space, like any time, is just like taking 3 breaths, like before you walk into your office, before you get out of your car. It's just like a great way to just resettle into your current space. So I'm going to invite us all to go ahead and do that now. Just get into a comfortable seated position. If you're slouching, don't feel bad. Slouch if it feels good. If you want to lay back if that feels good. Just get comfortable, get aware of where your body is making contact with whatever's holding it. Become aware of your hands, if they're palm facing down, palm facing up. Just become aware. No judgment needed. Go ahead and seal the lips. And if it feels good to let the eyes close, go ahead and let them close. If you want to keep them open, just try to lightly gaze at something directly in front of you. And as you inhale through the nose, allow your shoulders to fall on your exhale away from your ears. Inhale once more through the nose. And exhale again through the nose. Inhale again through the nose. Keep the lips sealed. Exhale through the nose. Empty it all out. And then slowly begin to let air back in through the nose. Open mouth. Let it go. Go ahead and push any last air out. Allow your body to move in whatever way feels good. Maybe you kind of rock from one hip to another. Maybe you stretch your hands out onto your thighs or knees. Maybe you jut your chest forward and then back, kind of like a little simple cat-cow while you're seated. And then just allow your breath to guide you out of this moment. So become aware of just letting go of your controlled breathing. And as you begin to breathe more normally, your eyes begin to slowly open on their own until you're here, back in the present moment with us right now. Thank you, guys, for joining me. So anytime that you feel called to return to the moment that you are in, or to give yourself a pause before you enter into a new room, a new situation, a new atmosphere, remember that your breath is always a tool that you have with you. I was watching this really awesome documentary on Gaia TV, and this woman said something incredible. I can't remember her name, but she said, you know, when you feel that calling inside of you that you're like, I need space, like I need something, that's your body's way of telling you that you need to create space for yourself. And one of the easiest ways that you can create space for yourself is by breathing. Every single time you take in a deep breath, you're bringing in prana, life force, chi, whatever you want to call it, into your body, and you are literally moving around every single molecule. So everything's receiving a fresh burst of air. Everything's receiving something a little new. So every breath, you are literally a little different. You're a little bit new, little newer of a person. And you can kind of take that mentality with you too as you're breathing, and remind yourself and talk yourself through maybe a difficult moment emotionally, or even a difficult moment physically. I did this literally this morning on my run, where I felt like I was, I was feeling it. My body was very aware of the fact that I was running, and I was running a little faster than usual. And I started to feel like, oh man, is my my physical body going to be able to maintain this throughout this? Getting in my head, all the thoughts. And then I had to remind myself, like, hey, don't think about the end of the run. Think about every single breath you're taking, and how every single breath I take, I'm giving every single one of my molecules, every cell in my body, more oxygen so that it can keep going. And as long as I'm doing that, as long as I'm taking in breath, that's all I need to worry about. So it's a really great way too to take yourself out of your mental monkey mind. Remember your breath. Bring yourself back to it. And so, thank you guys for joining me in that little drop in. Now I'm going to invite us to do another little longer exercise. I like to actually call breathwork breathwork inquiries rather than exercises, because exercise, I feel like you have this preconceived notion of where you're going or what to expect, or that there's like a rule and there's an expectation that like you're either doing it right or you're doing it wrong. And with breath work, it's an inquiry, because how everybody breathes is their own path. It's their own structure. It's their own biology. And what messages and downloads you get from your body, from the universe, from, everything around you, that's also your own experience. So let's just kind of remember that when we're doing breath work, it's really an inquiry, and it's your own experience all of the time. Another invitation before we hop into this inquiry is to I want to invite you guys to do two things. First thing is to be open to exploration. So as you're becoming aware of what's happening in your body, be open to exploring any sensation that comes up. And the reason I say open to exploration instead of just awareness is because awareness can be very fleeting. And so you can be aware of a breath or a moment or a sensation, and then that awareness is gone in an instant. But if you're open to exploring a sensation, you're going to be with that sensation the moment it feels a little stressful to the moment that it doesn't feel stressful anymore. So just be with that exploration. The second thing is to be very patient and to observe what unfolds. That's all. All righty. So I'm going to invite us to use our senses, use our 5 senses in this breathwork exercise to help just bring us back to the present moment, and then eventually directly into the breath. So I'm going to invite us all again to get into a comfortable seated position, or as I said before, if you're laying down, there's no right or wrong way to do breath work. There's no right or wrong way to do meditation. So if laying down feels good for you, then lay down. And if you fall asleep, awesome. Good for you. I'm jealous. So go ahead and get into that nice seated position or laying down position, whatever feels good. And go ahead and make sure your feet, if possible, can make direct contact with the ground. So you have both of your feet flat on the ground. And that's just to provide some extra grounding. And now go ahead and allow the eyes to close if that feels good. Or gently stare at the edge of your nose or an object directly in front of you. Begin to simply notice how your breath naturally moves in and out of the body. Without changing a thing, simply observe what parts of your body move as you inhale. Allow your mind to explore those parts of your body that move as you inhale. And also become aware of the parts of your body that move as you exhale. And simply focus on these areas. And imagine that you can see your breath moving in these parts of your body. And simply observe what happens internally as your body moves with your breath. Your next exhale, firmly push every bit of oxygen out of your diaphragm. And allow yourself to slowly sip in your next inhalation and observe how your body reacted to this new breath. As you begin to exhale, allow your awareness to fall into your fingertips and begin to feel what is underneath them. And suddenly you become aware of every inch of skin on your body. You feel the clothes draping over you. You're suddenly so aware of where your nails make contact with your fingers. You feel the wrinkles and veins throughout your hands and arms. And you can feel your chest beating as your heart pumps blood throughout your body. Now you're suddenly aware of the excess saliva that is built up inside of your mouth. And you explore what your breath tastes like. As it pours over and around your tongue. And now you can sense any smells in the room. As you firmly direct your breath up through your nasal canal. And with eyes closed, or perhaps softly open, you begin to simply become very aware of what your eyes are currently looking at. Perhaps it's the shadows and lights dancing around the inside of your eyelids. Perhaps it's the edge of your nose, or a soft speck on the wall in front of you. You become so aware of the colors that shine against your eyes, and how these colors seem to breathe with every breath you take. As you let your exploration of these colors fade further into your awareness, allow your hands to find their way to your stomach, to your belly. And place your thumbs around your belly button and allow all 8 fingers to point down towards your pelvis. And as firmly as feels comfortable, go ahead and give this diaphragm a nice rub. Allow your lips to fall open. Inhale firmly through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. We'll do that 3 more times. And as we do, I invite you to notice how your fingers on your belly move as you inhale and exhale. Simply become aware and interested and explore how your breath moves in your body. Go ahead and ground down through the feet, lift up through the neck, inhale through the nose, open mouth, exhale. Inhale again through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Inhaling again through the nose. Seal the lips and exhale through the nose. Inhale at your own pace and exhale at your own pace. Allow your hands to fall away, perhaps gliding back out onto your knees. Allow the neck to gently roll from side to side if that feels good. And once again, allow your natural breathing pattern to bring you back to this moment here and now, where it feels comfortable and good to finally open your eyes. Thank you once again for joining me on that. Oh, it feels so good. Feels so juicy. My invitation or homework assignment for anyone interested is to go ahead and play with the touch and all of the senses in your breath work. So if breath work feels a little boring for you, maybe explore what it feels like to look at colors and breathe with the colors. Maybe explore what it feels like to touch your shoulder if your shoulder is in pain maybe, and breathe into your shoulder, like guide your breath and energy there. Yeah, so that's my, homework assignment for everyone. And then just for fun, if you are blessed enough to have any kids in your life, watch how children breathe naturally. Just observe it. And I think that you would be very, very amazed at just how naturally they breathe with their entire bodies. That's all I've got for today.
That's so awesome. Thank you. Oh, I feel like super relaxed and, empowered. And thank you so much. So I'm going to stop the recording.